live in effect. I did some content for you guys. Something out on the channel. Suggest you go ahead and check it out. So I reviewed The Amazing Mr. X. I also did a video saying good morning, basically. Shit like that. Thought the woman did a good at job of acting. The lead Mel did a good job. Just an all around good overall 40s film. Early 40s film. Good morning. Well put together, well crafted. So everything about it was pretty good. Today I don't know how far back I'm gonna go as far as watching a horror film goes and shit like that, but we'll see. I like the ones that give me information afterwards too, like, or that include a cornage or kill count, so that way I learn a lot more info about that film. That's why I watch those sometimes. Like this certain channel called Joe Blow. I watch him sometimes to learn more information about the movie and all that. But it's definitely an interesting film that you should watch. It's worth watching for sure. If you haven't seen it, watch it. Yeah. Woo, 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 woo. But yeah, like seriously, watch it. Her sister's concerned because she sees visions. We see a vision of a woman in a white dress. I don't know if that's like some sort of ghost or what it was, but that was one of the frightening moments in the movie, to say the least. Definitely one of the most frightening moments. It startled me a little bit because I didn't know what it was, but I wasn't scared necessarily. It just caught me off guard, to say the least. Apparently, the lead guy was in Jaws too, which I never really watched Jaws, not yet at least. But this was more like it was more psychological than anything, because it didn't show much gore nor much like murders, like people being killed. It was just story driven, which sometimes I'll take that over the gore, over such and such. That also makes a movie intriguing. It just doesn't have to be like a gore fest. There could be some good story in between it, good character development, all that sort of stuff in the movie. You know what I mean? So that makes a good film as well. I done seen Psycho. I done seen The Wolfman. I done seen the original Dracula. I done seen a lot of old school black and white films, to be honest. And those are top tier, high ranked, highly respected classic movies. Unlike a Desperation or Halloween 5 that are just boring, dull, sleep inducing. There's that word I haven't used in a while, sleep inducing. That's a knee slapper, but it's true. There's nothing to latch on to in the movie. The characters are trash. The acting was mediocre. It was low budget as hell. I couldn't get into it. I wanted to fall asleep during the movie. Whole time sitting there watching it, that's where my mind was, wanting to fall asleep during the movie. TBH. Yeah, I feel good. I meditated. I worked out. But in all seriousness though, Halloween 5 or Desperation. I know I vividly talked about it and I've mentioned these movies in the past, but for real, do not watch them. You will be bored. You will be let down. They're just not good movies. Not good at all. At least this had a story, good characters, a good character and story arc. The woman would also like be dwelling on her ex-boyfriend Paul, which was kind of like an interesting thing because that aligns in retrospect with real life. So I liked that added element of realism and reality in this film. That aspect, something I really enjoyed, to say the least. But it was worth watching for sure. Those other movies I listed off, they really weren't worth watching. I watched it and I did the content because I have a job to do. Whether it's bad content or good content, I have to put it out because I'm a YouTube content creator, so this is my job. I have to do that. If I want to be successful, whether the content's good, whether the content's bad, I gotta drop it. I gotta put content out for y'all.
Search www.
But I try to make it great content for you. I try to make it good content. You're not always gonna have that luxury of coming across good movies though. Like, that's why when the movie is bad, we're critical as fuck. We point those obvious problems out because it's so blatantly in your face, the issues wrong with the movie, whether it's low budget, whether the acting is just not good, the story is just not good, the characters just aren't good. A lot of stuff like that. And I point out a lot of that in certain movies. To be honest. It was rare I came across a movie that was bad but had good story elements. Honestly, there's been a few, but not a lot, to be honest. Can't lie to you. But I'm not like accepting mediocre today. I'll tell you that straight up. I want my searches and my effort and time put into searching for a movie. I want the best. Basically, I want my bang for my buck. To sum it up. Who doesn't want their bang for their buck when they're viewing movies and shit like that? That's why we view television, so we can see what's good on television. Ooh, I found another bad movie, Carrie remake. I couldn't sit through that neither. That's debatable for some probably. Some probably like it, some probably don't, but the story just didn't interest me. Like, it just didn't interest. Like, there was something that was missing to me in that remake. I couldn't quite put my hand around it, but I think the acting might have took me out of that remake, but it is what it is. You can't have good acting in everything happens. Unless they're an actress or actors that are known for like knocking out the park and delivering banger after banger after banger when it comes to horror films. Unless they're like that good. But I feel like that's a rarity that you'll find somebody that good of an actor or actress. There are far in between. Like Art the Clown, Terrifier, stuff he was doing really, like I said, tipped the envelope of what you'll usually see. Like, he's smashing heads, he's cutting out intestines, he's slicing throats. He's really, I mean, it's been done previously in other movies, but he's taking out intestines, limbs. He just went crazy. This may be debatable for some, but I said give Art the Clown a few more years in the industry of filming. He'll become as big, if not as big as Michael Myers from Halloween. Of course, the last Halloween movie was Halloween Ends, and I was the last one. We will not have any of those left. We're coming up on the final season, the final season of the Chucky series. Chucky's all old and he's dying now from the last trailer and what I've last saw. To recap, it started in the White House. Kids were trying to kill him, such and such. I can't wait till Wednesday, second season of Wednesday next year, because there's a lot to look forward to. A lot of story to progress, all that good stuff. I'm sure we'll get introduced to a lot of new characters and scenarios and such and such. Yeah, I almost forgot I took the trash cans out and put it by the sidewalk for trash day tomorrow. That's why I put my shoes on to go almost go and check, but no, psychologically I already know that I had did it. Because I handled it yesterday, so. Oh, I had a viewer and they just left. Alright, I gotta stick to one topic only, but yeah, he had a beach scene where the female actress, well, that's because the guy she was seeing had told her to walk on the beach. It was a wavy beach. There were waves coming, which was cool to see for that time, for that year, for that era in 1948. I've actually been fortunate enough to experience waves myself in real life, so see something in a film that draws elements to real life and something that I can relate to and something I've done or been, it's interesting. Because it caters to reality and real life. We had this guy that the woman would talk to from time to time. Just basically someone she would vent to and stuff like that in the film. I really enjoyed it. But that might be debatable for some. Some might like it, some might find the story boring and whatever. Some might not see much to it, but it's an eye of the beholder. I'm not gonna contradict myself. I'm not gonna even repeat myself. I said what I said about it. It's that. If you want to engage for yourself, go ahead and do that. Critique it yourself. And let me know, do you agree with my sentiments on it? Or so. Your boy looking sexy as fuck as of late. With my goatee, shaved sideburns, my haircut, all that good stuff. I'm him. Really him. Like that video, share the video, comment on the video. Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna hop off this live.